If you want to give your children, your family a gift, preparedness is always the gift.
We had the conversation about a lot of that stuff before I became married and became a parent. It's a different conversation now. I understand it a lot differently now. I have a lot of greater appreciation for not only just what she said in the video, but just everything that she was able to provide us given how limited her resources were. You don't realize how expensive kids are until you got them. And then it becomes a different thing. And you think about life different, you think about money differently, you think about your finances differently. So yeah, just out of what she said in the video, just like, yes, heard, understood, lived.
Honestly, since we made it through the pandemic, everyone that we know has gone through some sort of fear of company layoffs, instability. I was brought up in a household where, you go to school, you get good grades, you get scholarships, you go to a good college, and that's going to set you up with a good job. And I think that's what our generation was kind of pushed to do, and it doesn't, none of us could anticipate that it would get to this point now.
I take part in the gig economy, and I think that it's really easy for someone in my position to feel like they're constantly on the edge of a tough financial time. I think it's hard to not feel like you could lose your job at any moment, no matter the job, no matter the industry, no matter your position, no matter your experience. I think that everyone wants the same thing. Everyone wants to feel like the chair won't be kicked out from under them at any moment.
With this strike, I was out of work, for a good portion of last year. That is the one good thing about doing casting and wardrobe, is I was able to pick up some casting work. Yeah, it's been pretty difficult the last 2 years.
It's that first couple years of like, do I like this enough? Do I enjoy it? And then once you do, it's kind of like, oh, if I'm in it for the next 10 years, how can I work this? I want a family one day. I want to buy a house one day. I want to buy a car one day. I don't want the same car I've had since college.
I'm still largely in a field that's very shaky. I would say even more so now than ever. There are so many ways that if you're a writer or you're doing some creative work that the bottom could just fall out tomorrow.
I see TenYour as it's that safety net, but also the starting block.
TenYour is something that gives me a little bit of peace of mind.
Oh, this is a simple kind of solution or safety net.
TenYour is like the ultimate simplifier. Everybody, if you ask someone, do you want to have generational wealth? The answer would be yes, but it feels like it's too big. It feels like it's too complex. As a creative person and somebody that has their hands in a lot of pots and wears a lot of hats, I feel like I'm doing a lot.
I don't know if you've ever had to go on unemployment, but in the film industry, it's kind of, a lot of people do that in between jobs or, when strikes happen. Everyone's always kind of confused about it. And with TenYour, it's just, there's not any of that confusion.
At least this is the one thing I can be sure of. Being a creative, there's a lot of ups and downs, and you're gonna be in a lot of deep water, and so it provides an anchor.
I think if you have anything that gives you a little sense of security, and if you have anything that gives you a little sense of confidence, then that's invaluable. I can start thinking about generational wealth. I can think about financial security without feeling overwhelmed by it. And that's something that has always been the case for me, and now finally it's not. So.